Good morning, yogis. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today here at Five Seasons Yoga Studio. My name is Kelly, and today we're going to do a flow. It's just focused on opening the body up. It'll be easy flow that anyone can do, beginner level up to someone that's been doing yoga for a long time. And our focus is going to be on compassion. I had posted a quote and it's from the Dalai Lama. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. And it's such a great thing, especially for these times, compassion, a lot of people suffering, going through unprecedented things. And compassion is really just showing kindness and empathy to others. Also recognizing suffering and having a desire to want to alleviate that suffering. And really, compassion starts with yourself, so self-compassion. And that's just a way of relating to yourself with that same kindness, empathy, and with love, really. So that is our goal today, to practice being kind to ourselves on the mat as we move through our yoga practice, taking time, listening to the body, knowing what's going on as you're practicing, being aware of the body, the mind, your breath, very important. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started in Child's Pose today. As usual, if there is something else you want to start in, you are more than welcome. And also, if you have blocks at home, have one handy. We're just going to use it for one pose at the end, supported bridge, but you could always use a rolled up towel or a cushion from the couch or something, or from a chair. So we'll go ahead and move into Child's Pose. Let's start with wide knee Child's Pose. So your knees they can go as wide as the mat, not really any wider, because that really gets into the inner thighs. And if you're doing this early in the morning, that might be a little intense. If you're doing this later in the day, you could maybe go wider. Walking your hips to your heels, walking your hands forward as far as you can, and releasing your head, shoulders, chest down towards the earth. Releasing the forehead down. If your forehead doesn't make it to the ground, which is very common, if you have a block, you could place that there. If you have a pillow, you could place that there, just closing that gap for the forehead to come down and be supported. You don't want to cover up your nose, just for the forehead. And this will be our position to connect into the body, mind, body, breath, giving yourself permission here to let go of everything else that's off your mat and releasing down. Feeling the hands, the forearms, your forehead, your knees, shins, tops of your feet making contact with the earth. Feeling the tailbone reach down, length in the spine. Roll your shoulders down the back. And start to soften your fingers, your hands, your arms. Relax the chest, shoulders, belly, the whole back body. Softening your inner thighs, your hips. Relax your feet, your toes. Breathing is natural to begin with. See if you can relax your face, the jaw, close your eyes. Just feel into your body here. How are you feeling physically this morning? Whatever you're practicing with me today. What emotions are stirring for you today? What's your energy level like? Are you feeling tired? Becoming aware of sensations in the body. What's speaking to you? What's coming up? And then shifting awareness to the mind. What's going on in your mind today? What kind of thought patterns did you wake up with? Catching the mind early in the morning is a great way of practicing compassion because you're catching inner dialogue. And one way to practice compassion is to disarm that inner critic. A lot of times I'll catch myself in the morning as I'm doing my morning routine, going off into negative thoughts or things that have nothing to do with what I'm doing. So it's a great time to catch the mind, bring it back, focus it back on what you're doing. We live such fragmented lives, our minds in one place, our body in another, no clue about how we're feeling. So we're just bringing that all together here right now in our child's pose. When you stay in your child's pose, I'm coming up so that you can hear me. We're going to come back to the breath, focusing on your breath while you're in your child's pose. Still softening everything down. We're going to try to even out our breath today. So take a big inhale through the nose to begin with. Open your mouth, sigh it out. And softly close the lips. Relax your lips, your tongue, the jaw. And then we'll start to breathe in through the nose. So breathe in to the count of 5, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And keep going. Breathe in through the nose for the count of 5, 3, 4, 5. And breathe out through the nose for the count of 5, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And keep breathing like that. Eyes closed. If breathing to a count of 5 is too long for you, then shorten it and breathe into the count of 3. Breathe out to the count of 3. If you can breathe in longer, then adjust. You could breathe into the count of 7 or 8. Breathe out to the count of 7 or 8. We're just looking to lengthen out, even out the breath. This is just an easy way to do it. As you do that, I'm going to let you know we're going to have a mantra today that I'm going to give you for practicing compassion. And mantras are just a great way to bring your focus back to what you intended, which were our intention is compassion, self-compassion, kindness, love, empathy, relieving suffering. So our mantra is going to be, I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. And just a few more breaths here in your child's pose. I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. Notice if you have any kind of physical reaction to that mantra. Just noticing if anything comes up for you. All right, we're going to start to move the body from this position. So keeping your feet, your legs, your hands where they are, we're just going to slowly come up on an inhale, lifting the hips, moving through a tabletop position. We're going to release the hips down towards the ground, shoulders press back. Maybe you can lift your feet up. It doesn't matter how high they get. Try to keep your toes together. And then we're just going to move back to that child's pose. So feet, legs, hands, stay where they are. And again, slowly with love, kindness, coming up. Dropping the hips, lifting the feet, shoulders press back, heart opens. Maybe you lift your chin and back to your child's pose. And again, with your breath coming forward, dropping the hips down, opening the front of the chest. Maybe your pubic bones pressing down, feet lifting up, heart open. And back to your child's pose. And then we'll just start to link our breath with this. So inhale, we're coming up. Exhale, dropping the hips down, opening the heart. Maybe you look up. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, releasing down, opening. Exhale, coming up, or inhale, exhale down. Keep going, breathe in, come up. Exhale, drop down. Inhale to come up. Exhale, sink back. 2 more times like this. Breathe in, coming up, moving slow, letting the body open. Coming back to your child's pose. And 1 more time. Notice if you start to get a little more open as you go. And back to your child's pose. Release your head back down. Take a couple more rounds of breath here. I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. All right, coming back up, we're going to make our way to downward facing dog. So walking the hands a little bit past the shoulders, tucking your toes, and lifting your hips up and back. So if you're doing this early in the morning with me, this is just really your first down dog, just slowly moving into it, allowing yourself to take your time. Keep your knees bent, especially if you have low back issues. Press away from the mat, strong arms, belly in. And take any movements that feel right for this down dog to help you open up. Shake your head yes and no. Bend one leg, straighten the other. Sway your hips from side to side. Be really kind to yourself. Practicing awareness, what's going on in the mind, your body as you move. Where do you feel things? How do they feel? And then we're going to look at our hands with bent knees and gently make our way to the top of the mat. Feet about hip distance apart when you get there, ragdoll. We do this a lot. Hands are just hanging down or grab opposite elbows. Navel hugs up and in. Letting the upper body relax, hang heavy, and find any movement here that helps you to soften into the pose. Maybe bent knees, straighten one leg at a time, swaying, releasing any tightness, tension in the body. I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. Maybe say that out loud, see what that feels like to you. Releasing the hands down, belly up and in, soft knees, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way to standing. Take your time, feeling every little nook and cranny in your spine. Your head will come up last. Roll out the shoulders a little bit. And we will prepare for our sun salutations for warming up. Big toes touch at the top of the mat. Big inhale, tall mountain, arms reach out and up over your head, tailbone reaching down, palms touch, look up. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Slow exhale, coming all the way down. Big inhale, flat back. Maybe your knees need to be bent, extending the spine here. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, walk back to your plank. First plank, so we hold it. Hands directly under your shoulders, fingers spread wide. Neck is in line with your spine. Pressing back through your heels, navel up and in. Activate those muscles on your legs, smile here. Breathe in love, kindness, compassion into your body. Take one more big inhale. Shift forward just a little bit on the toes. And we're going to come all the way to our bellies on our exhale. Elbows come in towards the body. All the way down to the belly. Release the tops of the feet down, pressing them into the mat. Hands under the shoulders. Big inhale to peel the heart up. Neck in line with the spine. Shoulders back, elbows in. Exhale, release. Back to downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under. Maybe you have to go to tabletop first. Lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Again, pressing through your hands. Arms alongside your ears. Tailbone lifting up to the sky. Maybe you still need bent knees. Navel in. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Next inhale, bend your knees, look at your hands. You can walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Big toes touch. Forward fold, breathe out. Flat back, breathe in. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, release. Inhale to standing. Arms reach out and up over your head. Palms touch, look up. Exhale, hands at heart center. And again, big inhale to reach up. Lengthen through the side bodies. Exhale, leading with the heart. Coming down. Forward fold. Release your head and neck. Flat back. Breathe in. Shoulders back. Exhale to plank. Big inhale in your plank. On your exhale, you can come all the way down to your belly. I'm going to cue modified low plank. Knees come down, bending your elbows in towards the body. And on your inhale, up dog, press into your hands, tops of your feet, lifting up through your shoulders, back of the knees, lifting towards the sky. Upward facing dog. Shoulders, your shoulder blades pressed together on the back, belly up and in, slight bend in your elbows, knees are off the mat in upward facing dog. Take another big inhale here. Exhale, squeeze your bottom of your belly, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Now that's the vinyasa flow I'm going to cue throughout this practice, but you are more than welcome to take the standard chaturanga, or you can come down to your belly, whatever works for your body. That's just the one that I've been doing lately, and I just think it's a lot safer on the body, a lot more gentle. Take a big breath in here, big breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look at your hands. Step, walk, or hop to the top of the mat, big toes touch. Breathe out, forward fold. You're doing great. Flat back, breathe in. Breathe out, let it go. Inhale to standing, palms touch over the head, tall mountain. Exhale, hands at heart center. And again, big inhale to lift you up. Hopefully you're warming up. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Big inhale on your plank, shift forward. Modified plank. Exhale, bend the knees. Elbows just graze the body. Inhale, pressing into the hands, lifting the shoulders, backs of the knees. Upward facing dog, heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. One more time through. Inhale, bend your knees, look at your hands. Step, walk, or hop to the top. Forward fold, release. Flat back, breathe in. Breathe out, let it go. Big inhale to standing, palms touch over the head. Exhale, hands at heart center. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, come down. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. Breathe out, find your plank. Big inhale in your plank. Exhale, modified low plank. Elbows come in. Inhale, up dog. Shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Take any movements that feel good. Notice how you're feeling. Come back to your breath, your mantra. I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. Next, inhale, bend your knees, look at your hands. Step, walk, or hop to the top. Forward fold, release. Flat back, breathe in. Shoulders back, belly in. Exhale, fold. Inhale to standing, press down through your feet, reach up through your arms. Exhale, hands at heart center. Let's take a big inhale, lift the arms up over the head and get into the side bodies. You're gonna grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Dial your left palm towards the sky. Big inhale, reach up through that left palm, lengthening through the sides. Exhale, tip over towards the right side, body stretch towards the right. Hips are tipping to the left. Breathe here, in and out of your nose. And we'll hold it for 5, 4, soft shoulders. 3, breathe into that left side. 2, and 1. Big inhale, coming back through center, reach up, switch your grip. Left hand grabs a hold of the right wrist, right hand dials up towards the sky. Take another big inhale, lifting the right palm up. Try to keep the ribs from flaring out, shoulders from rising up. And on your exhale, reaching up and over towards your left side. Big breaths into your lungs, opening the side bodies. For 5, keep breathing. 4, smile. Breathe, relax your face, your jaw. Feels so good to open the body. One more big inhale here and exhale. Next inhale, coming back up. And exhale, hinge from your hips, coming all the way down, forward fold. Release your head and neck. They become heavy here, navel in. Breathe into a flat back. Lengthen your spine. Shift your weight forward a little bit. And exhale. This time we're going to bring the hands down. We're going to step the left foot back about 2 to 3 feet. So not as far as you can take it for lunge. We're coming to warrior one. So about 2 to 3 feet. Your toes will be at a 45-degree angle and your left heel presses down. Right knee is bent. We can make adjustments when we come up. So let's just gently start to walk ourselves up the right leg. And in warrior one, the thing that's different about it is you want both hips squared to the front of your mat. So if you have wider hips, you might have to walk your right foot out a little bit more towards your right side of your mat to give yourself space. The left hip might be pulling back. If you take your hands to your hips, you want to feel both of them facing forward, both hip points. Again, check out this back foot. It's at a 45-degree angle, and you're pressing down through that left heel. If this still feels awkward as you bend into the right knee, you could always shorten your stance if you need to. Tailbones reaching down, navel up and in, lower floating ribs come in, and then we reach the arms up over the head, big inhale. Reaching up towards the sky, lifting out of the hips, pressing down through that back heel. There's a long line of energy from the left heel up through the back body, through your fingertips. Maybe you look up at your hands, hold it here in this powerful warrior. Breathing that love and compassion into your body. I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. Soft shoulders, open heart. Take one more big inhale here. And on our exhale, we're moving to warrior two. So we rotate the hips towards the longer side of your mat. And make any adjustments. For me, whenever I come out of warrior one to warrior two, I have to slide my left foot back some. In warrior two, the right heel is in line with either the left heel or the center of the left foot. Toes are slightly coming in on that left foot. You bend into the right knee. You want to be able to see your big toe over your right knee. Feel your hips, they're square to the side of your mat. Top of the right leg's coming in into the socket. Left glute is tight. Arms reach out to the sides in a T. Commit to those strong legs, warrior two. See if you can pull your pelvic floor up and in. Lift the belly. Open the heart, soften your shoulders. Reaching through your fingertips as if you're trying to reach the sides of the room. Breathe. 5 breaths here, in and out of your nose. Keep sinking into that right knee. See if you can come back to that even breathing in and out of your nose, whether that's a count of 3, 5, or more, whatever works for your body. Stay calm. Gazes over right middle finger. Stay focused. Relax the face, the jaw. Beautiful. Next inhale, reverse the warrior. So left hand just gently, barely grazes the back leg. Right arm reaches to the sky. Some people like to wrap their left arm around the back, a little bind. But you don't have to, it's up to you. Soft shoulders. Strong left leg here. Keep bending into that right knee. Big breath in, reach through the right fingers, opening the right side body again. Stay for your exhale, sink a little lower. That right leg might be on fire. One more big inhale. On your exhale, both hands come down to the mat, framing the right foot. Your back heel will pop up. You're in a lunge. Take a big inhale. Pull your heart forward. And we're going to try our balance this morning. It's always tricky in the morning if you're doing this with me. On your exhale, we're going to try to come up to one-legged mountain pose without the left foot touching the ground. Take a big inhale, reach your arms up when you get here. Left knee lifting. And exhale, hands at heart center for tree pose. So all your weight is on your right leg. Left sole comes into the right thigh if you're able. It can be down at the ankle, toes on the ground. Pressing the left knee back. Oh, tailbones lengthening down, belly up and in. Soft shoulders, lifted heart. Palms pressing into each other. Reaching out through the crown of your head. And breathe. Hands can stay at heart center. You can lift them up over your head. If you need to challenge your balance, you could always look up at your fingers or move your arms in different directions. It's good to challenge your balance, find your edge. Part of having compassion for yourself is letting yourself be imperfect. Accepting those challenges, those times you have mishaps, letting them go, moving on from them, accepting yourself where you are, and repeating to yourself what the truth is. I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. All right, take one more big inhale here. And exhale, release the left foot down to the right. Big inhale, reach your arms up over your head, stretch, get long. And exhale, hands at heart center. And we'll do that same thing on the other side. First, we'll do our side body stretches. Big inhale, reach the arms up. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Exhale over to the right. Soft shoulders, belly in. Big inhale back to center, switch your grip. Exhale over to the left. Feel that beautiful stretch on the right side of the body. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, coming all the way down. Release your head and neck. Breathe in, flat back. Lengthen. Breathe out, hands come down. This time the right foot steps back about 2 to 3 feet. And again, toes are at a 45-degree angle, right heels pressing down. You could, if you want to, if you know that you need to be wider, you could go ahead and walk your left foot over towards the left side of the mat a little bit. You want to feel the left hip pulling back, right hip pressing forward. To come up, you really want to activate that right glute, pressing down through your feet, belly in as you come up. And just walk your hands up that leg till you come all the way up. Check out your hips, feel them, try to rotate them forward, widen your stance if you need to, move your right foot up if you need to, whatever adjustments you need for your practice, for you to be able to breathe in this posture. Once you feel like you have all that tailbone lengthening down, belly up and in, lower ribs in, heart lifted, soft shoulders. Extend the arms up over the head. Such a beautiful warrior pose. Keep bending into that left knee. You really want left knee over ankle. Back leg is super active. Try not to roll into the right arch of your foot. You want to keep pressing into the heel, the outer edge of that right foot. Maybe you look up. Accepting the posture into the body. Breathing into it. Breathing kindness, love into your body. Relax the face, the jaw, the shoulders. Take one more big inhale. You're doing so good. And exhale, warrior two. Make your adjustments. Always, always adjusting for your body before you accept or commit to the pose. Back toes coming in slightly, active right leg. Bending into the left knee. You can see your big toe. Feel those feet pressing down. See if you can wiggle your toes. Shoulders stacked over your hips. Arms reach out to the sides. Gazes over front middle finger. Steady, smooth, even breathing in and out of your nose. In these postures, when you hold them, it's a great time to catch that inner negative talk and a great time to disarm it. Notice what's going on in the mind and bring it back to the truth, which is, I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. That left leg might start to burn. Commit to your strong legs. Big inhale, reverse your warrior. Left arm to the sky. Right arm barely grazes the right leg, or you could wrap that arm around. Breathe. Lifting yourself through your left fingers. Keep bending into that left knee. You'll want to come out. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, framing the left foot. Right heel will pop up. You're in a lunge. Big inhale, pull your heart forward. Let those hips come down. On the exhale, one-legged mountain. If you can, pull that belly in. Use your strength. Ooh, I feel my left leg. You might be shaking. Big inhale when you get to the top. And exhale, hands to heart center, triangle. Not triangle. Tree. They both start with a TR. Tree pose. So all of your weight's in the left foot this time. It's really rooting down into the ground. Left foot, wherever you can take it, anywhere but the knee. Pressing that right knee back. Hips are squared. Belly up and in. Lifted heart, soft shoulders. Smile on the face. Whatever happens, if you fall out, you wiggle, wobble, letting it happen and accepting where you're at. Reminding yourself, I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. Arms can be up over the head if you like. If you're challenging your balance, looking up or moving the arms, let yourself find your edge. Steady, smooth breathing. Soft gaze on the ground. So good. Take one more big inhale here. And exhale, release the right foot down. Big breath in, lengthen up, press down through your feet, reach up through your side bodies, tailbone reaches down, belly in. And exhale, hinge from your hips, coming down, release the head and neck. Shake out your legs here a little bit, shake your head, yes and no. Keep breathing. Let's inhale, find a flat back, lengthen your spine. And exhale, release. Bring your hands down to the ground, and we're going to bring our bottom all the way to the ground. However you can get there. We're coming onto our backs. So we're gonna take supported bridge when we get down here. This is where you can use a block. It's super nice to take supported bridge. I really love doing it. It just takes a lot of pressure off the low back. Well, you'll feel it when we get there. So come all the way down. Entire spine's on the ground. Feet are hip socket distance apart, knees facing to the sky. Feet are parallel to each other. And then we take the block, or if it's a rolled up towel for you, whatever you have, and you place it underneath the pelvis. You don't want it on the low back. It's down under your hips. So for everybody, it's different. You have to just keep adjusting until you find the right spot. You can have it on the lowest setting. This does give you more surface area for your hips to come down. Or you could take it on the second setting. Again, it's just something you have to play with and find what's right for your body. There's no forcing or accepting something that doesn't feel right to you. So find what feels good to you. This should feel good. There shouldn't be any pain or strain here. Arms alongside the body, palms face up. Just let the back of the pelvis melt into your block. Close your eyes. Notice how the body's feeling. Become aware of where the mind's at, what's being said, without judgment, without any kind of diagnosis of what's going on with you. Just being here with your body, observing sensations that come and go in the body. Coming back to that smooth breath in and out of your nose, a smooth, even breath, counting it, 3, 5, 8, 10, whatever you're at. Equal inhales and exhales. Coming back to your mantra for compassion, self-compassion. I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. The more we intentionally focus on self-compassion, the more we start to speak and act with this compassion for ourselves. And then that changes our life, and then it starts to change the lives around us. And we start giving that compassion to others. But it always starts with ourselves. If we are constantly criticizing ourselves, not letting go, holding on to things, and that's how we treat other people too. So we have to really make the intention to love ourselves, to be kind to ourselves, and let that bleed over to others in our lives. Just about 3 more breaths here. Again, feeling the pelvis being supported. You're in a easy little back bend here. Breathing into your lungs, see if you can feel the front and the back of the lungs being used, filled up with air, side to side as you breathe. Relaxing your face, your jaw, shoulders, chest, arms, hands, fingers. And then we'll gently press into the heels to remove the block to the side. You won't need it. And then we're going to take Reclined Butterfly. So soles of the feet to come together and let the knees fall out to the sides. And again, you could place pillows under your knees here if you feel like this is a strain on the inner thighs or on your outer hips. And arms could be alongside the body, palms face up, or you could have one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Great way to connect to your body. Feeling the heartbeat and feeling the breath move in and out of the body. 5 deep breaths here, in and out of your nose. Deep, even breaths. Soft shoulders and chest. Relax your eyes, tongue, jaw, mouth. They've actually done studies having people practice gratitude for a certain amount of time, certain length of time. And it's practicing compassion is what I meant to say, which is a part of gratitude too. But they did find in these studies that people had improved relationships, which is a big plus, improved overall well-being, less stress, anxiety, less depression, and shame. That's a big one. Reduced fear of failure. Oh, that's a really big one for me. Reduced fear of failure. And just overall happiness and increased life satisfaction. Who doesn't want all of those things just by practicing compassion for yourself and others? I am a unique, beautiful being, and I love myself. All right, let's reach the hands down to the outer hips, around the knees, pull the legs back together. Hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a big squeeze, sway from side to side. And we'll pull the right knee in, lower the left leg long on the mat. We'll take a supine twist. So right arm reaches out from the arm socket. It can be straight out, or you can have it feel gold. Left hand pulls the right knee across your body for a twist. Then your gaze can go over your right shoulder if that feels good to your neck this morning. And it's not important how close this knee gets to the ground. It's more important that your right shoulder is able to press down to the ground. So if the right knee needs to come up, let it come up. Breathe into your right side body, your hip, low back. Loving kindness, empathy, letting go of suffering. And next inhale, pull the belly in, come back to center, hug both knees in. And then we'll release the right leg long, left arm reaches out from the shoulder socket, palm facing down, or you could feel gold the arm, palm facing up. Right hand pulls the left knee across the body, stacking the left hip on top of the right. But again, you want to keep this left shoulder down as much as possible, not forcing it down, letting it melt down. So if you need to let the left hip roll back a little bit to make that happen, then let it. Gaze is over the left shoulder if you're able. Relax your eyes, your face, jaw, shoulders. Breathe into the left side body, left hip, low back, left glute. I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. Love all the imperfections, perceived mistakes, giving yourself, treating yourself as if you're a small child, talking to yourself that kindly, loving yourself that way. All are great ways to practice compassion. Next, inhale, belly in, coming back to center, hug those knees in. Last little posture here, child's pose. No, I don't know my poses today. It's not child's pose, so don't get up. It's happy baby. So if you don't feel like happy baby's right for your body this morning, you could just pull your knees apart, pull them towards your shoulders, sway from side to side on your low back, relax your feet. If you do feel like you want to take happy baby, then feet press up towards the ceiling, ankles line up over the knees, feet are flexed. You grab a hold of wherever you can. Maybe you can grab your peace fingers around your big toes. Maybe you grab the outer edges of your feet. Maybe you grab onto your legs somewhere. Spine is grounded, shoulders down, tailbone lengthening down towards the mat. And you just gently pull the knees towards the earth. Again, there's no forcing. Being kind to yourself if you're doing this early in the morning, letting the body open naturally. Well, anytime you're doing yoga, letting the body open naturally. Smooth, deep breathing in and out of the nose. For 5. Beautiful. Releasing the legs long on the mat. It's time for Shavasana. Letting your feet fall out to the sides, arms alongside the body, palms face up. Lift your heart, slide your shoulders further down the back, lengthen through your neck, slight tuck of your chin. Let's take a big cleansing breath, just letting go of any extra tension, tightness in the body. So empty out all of your air out of your nose. Big breath in through your nose. Biggest breath yet that you've taken. Sip in a little bit more at the top. Then open your mouth, let it go. Softly clear any shimmies you need to get out of the body, anything that's preventing you from just relaxing, any pops, wiggles that you need to let go of. Becoming aware of your back body that's making contact with the earth. Back of your heels, back of your legs, glutes, hips, middle back, upper back, shoulders, backs of your arms and hands, back of your head. Giving yourself permission to let go here. Breathing is natural. Sinking the body down. It's almost as if you want to leave your impression on the ground here. That's how heavy you want to let the body sink down. As you relax the whole front body, relax your toes, feet, ankles, your knees, the hips, let them sink heavy. Soften your belly, your chest, let the shoulders release down. Relax the elbows, wrist, hands, fingers. There's a slight curl of the fingers when you're relaxed. Relax the jaw, let the teeth separate. Soften your tongue, your lips, your cheeks, your eyes, your eyelids. Even try to soften those fine lines around your eyes. No tension in the brow. Try to soften the space between the eyebrows. Relax the top of your head, the back of your head. Just completely, utterly let yourself go here for a few moments. I'll let you know when the time is up. And you can start to deepen your breathing. Find some movement. Your fingers, your toes. It's nice to take the thumb and press it across each pad on the fingertips. And back to your mantra, I am a beautiful, unique spirit, and I love myself. Slide your arms up over your head. Give yourself a big body stretch like you just woke up. Point your toes. Lengthen, reach, get long. And give yourself a big hug. Pull your knees into your chest. Lots of love to yourself for coming to the mat. It is not easy to get to the mat, and especially for an hour. Taking time for yourself is another great way to practice compassion. Really thank yourself for doing this. As you're ready to come up, you can either roll to one side or roll on your spine to come up. Try to keep your eyes closed as you make your way to any comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening up through the crown of the head, soft shoulders and hands, lifted heart. Pausing for a moment, just noticing how you feel in your body as compared to when you started the practice. Giving yourself time to become aware of how you feel. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. And compassion starts with yourself and it radiates out to all the people around you. Let's bring our hands to heart center, palms together, thumbs into the sternum, acknowledging all of the compassion you showed yourself throughout this practice, loving kindness, gentleness, feeling your heartbeat, the calmness of that mind, body breath. Big inhale to lift your heart a little bit higher. And exhale, gently bow your head, namaste. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me here at 5 Seasons. I hope to see you again next Friday, 7 a.m. And then I have Tuesdays at 4 p.m. I hope you have a wonderful Friday, a beautiful weekend. Thank you so much for being here.